Hello everyone, how are you all doing? It's such a beautiful, gorgeous day. It's so warm here, and not just that, we are having Shreya home today. She's coming back from uni just for a couple of days. She'll be here for around 10 days or so. I think it's not just me you'll have known all my family members as well, very well. It's been such a long time I've been working on YouTube, so I thought it's really nice to give her some good food, with plenty of fruits and vegetables, as much as I can feed her to make her happy. And when these kids are at uni, they don't tend to eat as good food as we do. Of course, Shreya does a lot of chapatis and dal and sabzi and everything, but you can see this tokri. This is beautiful, filled with colors and goodness. So I'm planning to make something really good for her today. But before I said that, this is one large eggplant aubergine to get some nice smoky flavor of the aubergine. So I'm setting it on a medium flame so that it gets grilled on all sides. And parallelly, I'm also keeping rice to make mozzarella because it's so hot here. And when Shreya comes home, she keeps us very active and productive all the time. So I better be quick, keep the food ready so that we can eat some good food and then go out for a good walk. So I have 1/4 cup of rice, just Sona Masuri rice that I'm going to give a wash. Now the rice that I have measured in this cute little pressure cooker is for mozzarella. For 1/4 cup of rice, I have 3 cup measurement of water. And also keeping an eye on the aubergine, flipping it around just every now and then. A few crisps that she can munch on along with a salsa dip. Now for this, I have very small cup measurement of wheat flour, gode hittu, gehu ka atta, that I'm going to put it in this bowl. To this, I'm going to add in chili flakes, ajwain, dry basil, very little of ghee. This is homemade desi ghee, just a pinch of salt. This is a very flavorful chapati that I'm making. This is something that I'm going to set in the air fryer and then we can munch it on just like crisps. And this is homemade version of crisps. Just going to add in water as much as is needed. Just to the same consistency as we would if we had to roll it with our hand to make chapatis. That's exactly what I'm looking forward for. Just perfect enough to roll. We're going to cover this up and let it rest until we prep all of the other things, and this will be the last one that we are going to do. This is almost getting done, so I'm just going to rotate it just to make sure it is softened and char grilled on all the sides so that there's no raw flesh of the aubergine. And parallelly, as this is getting done, in a small pan, I'm planning to make Jaljeera powder at home. Having Jaljeera powder ready at home is a lifesaver, and the best part is to just keep drinking it as and when you feel like during the summer months. Now for this, I'm having 3 teaspoons of jeera, cumin seeds. On a very low flame, I'm going to dry roast them with a teaspoon of whole pepper and a teaspoon of fennel seeds, saunf. I'm just going to dry roast all of them until you can smell it really good. And let's keep rotating this as well. Okay, so I have dry roasted the fennel seeds and the jeera and the peppers, and it smells really good. Also, along with it, I can see the aubergine is nicely grilled from all sides, so I'm going to turn off the flame. Right, so we want the whole thing to be cooled down completely. In the meantime, I'm going to chop all the vegetables to make paneer vegetable biryani. Okay, I have chopped all that I need for the biryani, and also the masala powder is nice and cool, so I need the same mixie jar to grind the biryani masala as well. Now into the mixie jar, I'm going to add in the dry roasted along with a teaspoon of amchur powder, dry mango powder, a teaspoon of black salt, kala namak, a teaspoon of ginger powder, just very little of hing as a fatida, a teaspoon of regular salt, half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder. Now I also have dry mint leaves that I'm going to add into this. Just in case if you don't have dry mint leaves at home, what you can do is use the fresh mint leaves that you have. Just pluck them, wash them and microwave them for just a minute, in which way it'll become dry roasted quickly. If you have plenty of sunlight, then you can dry roast these mint leaves just for a day and you can use them. I'm using around 10 leaves of mint. Now that's it. I'm going to grind this into a fine powder. I'm just using this sieve so that we can get rid of the granules, and when you're drinking the jaljeera, it'll be really nice, smooth and silky. Now that the powder is ready for the jaljeera, I'm using the same mixie jar to continue making the biryani masala powder, for which I'm going to use around 7 cloves, a tablespoon of dhania seeds, a teaspoon of kaskasi poppy seeds, just around 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 5 cloves of garlic and 2 inch of ginger. I'm also adding in 10 cashew nuts. I'm going to grind this into a fine powder first. Now to make the biryani, I'm using my big pressure cooker, a tablespoon of sesame oil, yellenne, tilka tel, and I'm also using homemade desi ghee, a nice generous portion, so around 2 tablespoons. So the base of the pressure cooker is completely filled up. It's warm enough, so I'm going to add in a teaspoon of jeera, 3 star anise, 2 pulav leaf. Let it sizzle in. A very nice big portion of onion. It's one big whole onion that I've chopped lengthwise. Biryani tastes fabulous with good portion of onions in it. We wait for the onions to change its color very slightly. I'm adding in 3 green chilies which are cut big, long lengthwise so that we don't get mixed up with the beans. The masala paste that we had done into the mixing jar, I'm going to add this completely. It smells really good. Now you can add in any kind of vegetables of your choice. This is a bowl full of sweet corn, peas, baby corn, carrot, beans that I'm adding in together at once. You can also add in broccoli, cauliflower if you wish. Now along with the vegetables, I'm also adding in 1 cup of basmati rice that I have washed. I'm going to give it a good stir and let the rice warm up nicely along with the vegetables before adding in the water. Now the reason here is when you warm up the rice, it just tastes so good roasting it if you're not warming the rice. If you just add in the water, there's a huge difference into the taste when you're eating it. 1 big large tomato into this, salt to taste. I have used this steel cup measurement and have 1 cup of basmati rice, for which I'm going to add in 2 cups of water. I'm going to pressure cook this for 1 whistle. Now I'm making yogurt rice, mozzarella, because it's so hot here. The small portion of rice that I had cooked in this cute little pressure cooker of mine. Salt, milk, yogurt, a very good portion of yogurt. And I'm also going to clear up this pot by adding in water to this and scoop out all the sides of the pot. And there's so much of yogurt remaining, so I've got to clean this up. So that's a big portion of water that I've added in. I'm going to give it a good mix first. Raw onions to this recipe. Now adding in raw onions makes it taste really good, and I thought this would be a different change, something new, something different, and coriander leaves as well.
Yes,
Now to make the tempering tadka for the yogurt rice, I'm adding in oil, half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, half a teaspoon of chana dal, half a teaspoon of urad dal. Let's sizzle it up with some curry leaves. Now, as I mentioned this to you all before, I'm making Paneer Biryani today. Paneer can be used in different ways. If you feel like eating it crunchy and yet having that soft texture inside, you can cut them into small cubes and then shallow fry them on the tawa just for a few minutes until it turns out golden in color. And then add it to the biryani as you open the pressure cooker when the pressure is released. If not, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use this paneer and grate it thick. Okay, now and then I'm going to add the grated paneer into the biryani, in which way, as you're eating every spoonful of vegetable biryani, the granules, the rice granules will be nicely infused with the paneer, completely coated with paneer, and I think that will taste even more better than adding the cubes, but this is entirely optional, the way you would like to eat your paneer. I'm using the thick side of the grater and I'm going to grate the paneer. Shreya bartan khushi hai. ಎರಡು ಇರಲಿ, ಎರಡು ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತೈತೆ, ಆರಾಮ್ಸೆ ಹಾಸ್ಕೋಬೋದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹಂಗೆ ಹಾಸ್ತಿ, ಓ ಹಿಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಪಕ್ಕ ಪಕ್ಕ ಹಾಸ್ರಿ. To this I'm going to add in a nice big portion of grated paneer. Relax, and then I'm going to continue cooking, to make the drink and to make the salsa and the crisps as well. That can be eaten for snack time. So yeah, this is ready. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಟರ್ ಅನ್ಸಲಿಲ್ಲ? ಮೋರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಒಂಥರ ತಿಂದಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ತೊಗೊಂಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Tamarind washed and soaked in water, so we'll let it rest so that we can get a good tamarind pulp. Nalidar chapati ka atta that had been resting for quite some time now, and it's also evening, good time to eat some snacks to munch on. I'm going to roll this just like chapati. I'm just going to use wheat flour to dust as and when I need it. A nice good fistful of dough. I just love using the big large chunky chopping board. It just becomes so useful and helpful. I can use it to chop all vegetables together at once, keeping them ready, and also not just the chopping, I can use this later to roll the chapatis as well. And by the end of the day, all I have is just one large chopping board to wash. Just saves up a lot of washing up at the end of the day. Glass measurement, I managed to get 3 large chapatis. I'm just using sharp knife and cutting it into triangles, small triangles. I've cut them further, just like tortilla crisps. So these are the large triangles that I have layered them onto an air frying tray. So I have 2 trays completely filled with these crisps. I'm going to smear them with very little of oil on top. I don't know you. Why, Melika? Sorry. So nice to have kids home. They're just running around here and there, and when everybody's at home, it just makes you feel so good. Summer holidays are the best time when kids are free, we are free, the whole day seems to be long, and we can just munch on so many things throughout the day. As it is getting air fried, the aubergine is nicely char grilled, so we're going to peel off the skin and chop it roughly, just mash it up. So basically I'm making a pachadi with mangoes and aubergine, and it's easier because it's char grilled, it just comes out so easily. We normally use raw mangoes when we are making this. I don't have raw mangoes, but I have these mangoes. These are proper Indian mangoes. They are so good, but actually they're sour in taste. We bought this online, so I thought I'm going to use this in a good way, give a good combination to the brinjal using these mangoes. But if you can get raw mangoes, then use raw mangoes. I'm just going to peel off, and straight away into this pan I'm just going to squeeze it, and you're not going to waste any of it. I'm just going to make sure I dig into my hands, squeeze the mango including the skin this way. You can actually chop it as well, but the real essence is using your hands, because you can get a nice taste of the pachadi when you actually use your hands, and the essence of your hands, the warmthness in your hands. Heart is full with gratitude. That is what makes the food tasty, more delicious, and very importantly, now the pip, okay, the seed, the big mango seed inside, we are not discarding it these days. The number of mango boxes we have bought, every time we use a mango, we squeeze in as much as we can, and we give a good rinse to the seed, to the pulp, to the pip inside, and we are sun drying it because the weather is so good outside. Santosh is making some kind of medication ready with it. We are yet to discover ourselves because I don't know anything about it. Santosh is looking into that. So we are waiting for it to be completely dried up, and he says he can actually crack them open and make something which is something really good, as like B12 deficiency. If you have the powder that you normally get online at a very higher rate, is something that we can make at home, but I don't know anything about it much as of now. I'm just using and washing the seeds and keeping it in the sunlight. Might look a little messy, but trust me, this will taste really good. I'm also going to squeeze in the tamarind and get the pulp from the tamarind. So this is basically a pachadi that is sweet, sour, tangy, full of taste in abundance. The aubergine that was smashed, add in salt, pinch of turmeric and jaggery. Now the measurement as such in regards to jaggery or in regards to tamarind pulp, it's just eyeball measurement because these things taste fabulous. You need to adjust it according to your taste. I've set this mango Eggplant Pachadi to come to a good boil. It's very important for it to bubble in very well, infusing the jaggery, the tamarind, the salt. It tastes amazingly good. So let it bubble in for a good amount of time. It really needs to thicken up, and at this point when you see everything is very well combined, so we finish this off by adding in very little of methi powder. So it's just a pinch to add in that real kick to this pachadi. Dry red chili and hing. The crisps are done. They are crunchy. Some of them are slightly overdone, but it's okay. The tanginess of this amazing tasty dip will just enhance it so well. We've just been eating so much throughout the day. Now I think this is the right time to finish it off by making Jaljeera at home. This is freshly made Jaljeera powder, really good. So I'm adding in a teaspoon of Jaljeera powder, just a few drops of lemon. You can add in water, but we have soda water at home, so I prefer to add soda water. If you have lemonade, then yes, you can add in lemonade as well. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video for today, and do let me know in the comment section what you would like to see in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this video in full. See you all again soon next Friday. Bye.